everybody. How's everybody doing? We got a full house tonight. Welcome, welcome. This is the first Midnight Madness of the fun, which is number 14, April 2025. So welcome to everybody who's watching us live. If you're watching us after the fact, we hope you get a few laughs, a few tips out of this as well. And Darren is going to be our stat guy. Darren, you're like Men in Black with the glass.
20,842, just refreshed.
Actually, no, he looks kind of like Billy Joel to me.
Billy Joel, okay.
Yeah.
Darren, can you sing?
No.
Aw.
Definitely not.
That was the question I asked everybody before we went live. Can you sing? So if you can sing, one of the questions might be interesting to you. But even if you can't sing, pretend like you can and pick a good one. So as you guys know, for all the hangouts, they are much shorter, but we got a special little circumstance for the Midnight Madness. So it's a little bit longer than the normal ones, but we still got shorter.
Basically.
Yeah.
We bribed Awen.
Minutes longer.
Yeah. But we do still have to keep it short. So everybody knows just not as short as the other ones. And like I said, this is the tamest of them all. So how's everybody doing? Everybody making their goals? Where's Margie? I want to see where she's at. Margie told us in the last hangout that she was going to do 5,000 or was it 4,000?
Wow.
She's going to do it. She's going to plan and she's going to do it. So let's see how we're going with it. And, I don't know. Has everybody looked at the stats recently? I'm really impressed. Sometimes you get teams that are really, really, really low, like 1 or 2. And the teams are really coming out. We've got new teams this year. So if you are one of the new teams, give a shout out to yourself. We've got Discord Detectives. We've got David, what's yours? Notable.
The Notables Network.
The Notables Network.
Yeah.
And there's another new team, isn't there? I think there's another new team. There was. Maybe it's just those two. I know Louisiana Roots was last time, and I just want to let those of you on Louisiana Roots that I do have some New Orleans profiles that I'm going to do. I set up and I'm going to do tomorrow. That's going to be my work tomorrow to do just a little bit outside of Appalachia into NOLA. But welcome to the new teams as well. But I'm really impressed. Everybody's really coming out on a Friday. Usually Friday's slow, right, guys?
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of slow. Okay, so since we got to shorten it up, let's go straight into the questions. Darren's Terminator. Here we go. So, and Terminator is stats. So 40 teams and 568 people have contributed. And I agree, and I got to give a shout out to Dee from Augusta. This is Masters Weekend. Our TV's been on to golf and everything about golf that you can imagine. Let's go ahead and get you started with the word that you need to type to win a prize. So for those of you that have not been to a hangout before, if you type in the word relatives, just the word, not the dots, just relatives, uppercase, lowercase, does not matter. It is plural. Type it in. You can type it in 50 million times. It still only counts once per person. So go ahead and type that in. And then towards the end of the show, we will do a drawing for everybody who typed it in to win a prize. Usually that prize is a mug. Does anybody have a WikiTree mug handy? There we go.
Not handy.
Mine is the Appalachia mug.
So, that's great.
And it has been an extremely fantastic. It has been a really long time since our friend from the Black Forest has done the bingo with us.
Hello, Gemini.
Yes, it is.
And this would be here. Anybody can see. Oh, Margie, talk to us. How's it going? We gave you a couple hours.
How many of those rabbit holes
See
did
how
you
it's going. I know Kathy does have a whole collection. I miss bingo too.
Yeah, me too.
Problem is that not enough people kept showing up to bingo, so we needed a few more people because we're having a hard time giving away the prizes.
Or they won them already.
With you. So no, I miss bingo. David and I had a good time with bingo. Okay, now that you guys have got the secret word, who is ready for the questions? And again, those in the studio and those in the audience do not know. And everybody have a good time with this and get a little break from maybe the rabbit holes you're on, the brick walls, the connecting, all that fun stuff. And what we try to do is come up with questions that maybe you can relate to that you could put on your biography on WikiTree, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so 5 questions. And first person that comes to your mind when I say the word genius, and tell me why.
Jeez.
First person in our family?
Nope. First
Just
person.
anybody.
Anybody comes to mind. Notable, David.
Well, yeah, I go with Albert Einstein.
Einstein?
So
That's not the most creative answer, but
Stephen Hawking.
I love this.
Way
Me.
to be modest. Way to be modest.
Actually, I was going to say the same as Ewan.
I think Einstein's winning. Mine was Da Vinci. Of course, somebody stole mine because I already gave that answer earlier before the show. But yeah, and this was it too. Hawking, Stephen Hawking,
Stephen Hawking
was a good answer too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who invented the wheel. Who's the guy who invented the wheel? I know the guy who invented the Ferris wheel. He's an Appalachian.
Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin.
That's a good
I
one.
like these. I like these answers. We have some really cool answers in Marie Curie and Ada Lovelace.
Sigmund Freud.
Alan Oppenheimer.
Oh,
There we go. Christopher creating
person with multiple science degrees. I would like to throw Carl Sagan into the mix.
That's a good one.
But,
I'm going to be Ernest
Late Carl
Rutherford.
Sagan.
ingenious to you might be genius to somebody else or somebody different. So it's all this is just a way to get to know each other a little bit better as well. Okay. So next question is the first person that comes to your mind when I say the word comedy.
Robin Williams.
That was mine. That was mine. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, mine too.
I don't know why I came up with Jerry Lewis.
Mine is Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Oh, that's a good one.
Jim Carrey. Yeah.
We got a couple.
Oh wow, you can really
George
see
Carlin,
the ages.
that's a good one.
George Carlin. Still Ball.
He's good.
Jonathan Winters.
Can I
Yeah.
do the Three Stooges?
The Three Stooges. And Charlie Chaplin.
The Fine Brothers.
Oh, Gene Wilder. Yeah.
Then there's Bob Saget. Bob Saget is very dirty. If you watch his stand up, very
I
different
just
from
reminded
his
myself
Full
of
House
either of them good.
persona.
So we got a
they're all
couple that are doing George Carlin and a couple
Oh, yeah.
that, I mean,
Burns and Allen's there. That's a good one.
how many of us have quoted something from George Carlin to somebody in our life as a way to explain their life?
The whole thing he got banned from Summerfest in Milwaukee for. 1970 something.
Well, there are those words you can't. There are those words you can't
7
say on
words. You
television.
can't say them.
And yeah, I mean,
we could say them right now and not get kicked off of YouTube. We could.
see, this is really funny. Okay, so this is really interesting because Robin Williams was my first, and then Eddie Murphy was my second because I snuck in the family room back in the day when they had Betamax and saw the Eddie Murphy stand-up comedy from DC.
boy.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So that was my second guess, and then Carol. My third was Steve Martin.
Yeah. Martin Short. The whole cast was there.
Oh yeah, and Josh Williams. Oh, Gallagher.
Chris
That's
Farley.
the watermelon guy, right?
Yeah, the watermelon guy. That he was good.
Watermelon.
Water balloon?
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
You know, with the hammer, the big hammer.
Sledgehammer.
And you didn't want to
That's
sit in the front row or something, you know, it would go all
Even the
over.
third row, you were going to get wet.
I have no idea who this is. You guys, a couple of people said
Buffy.
this.
Gabriel Iglesias. He's the larger comic. He's the Latino comic.
And John Candy.
Yeah. Then there's Chris Farley, John Belushi, Jim Belushi.
I mean, you can't look at a steak without thinking of John Candy, right?
The entire SNL cast.
Yeah.
Lucy.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
50 years.
Lucy.
go.
I love Lucy.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Ruth. Here's
Lucy
Ruth.
was
Hi,
actually
Ruth.
running
Nice to see you.
CBS, wasn't she?
She was what?
And towards the 60s, 70s, she was in charge of CBS.
Yeah.
What's she?
She's the reason that Star Trek got greenlit.
Well, she
Really?
ran Desi
Oh,
Lucy.
Lucille Ball, you're right. Yeah, Desi Lou Studios. You're right.
Yeah. And
So
she's
the
the
reason for all this.
That's right. Yeah, that was a good one too. Dan Aykroyd on Saturday Night Live. Tim Conway, he's funnier than people give him credit for, I think.
The puppet
And
guy.
Gilda Radner. I was waiting for somebody to say Gilda Radner as well.
Jeff Dunham.
Who did, and John
That was
Belushi,
the puppet guy of ventriloquist, yes.
so that was pretty cool too.
Jeff Dunham.
It's funny because not a lot of people. There we go. I was waiting for this. Thank you, Carol Burnett.
Oh, Laurel and Hardy.
Oh.
And Don Knotts.
Abbott Costello.
You guys are coming up with
It's on first.
D cracked me up. The Banana Man on Captain Kangaroo.
Some people are really aging themselves right here. They really are.
But that's kind of what these questions do. It's kind
Does
of
our gang also fall into that territory too?
Yeah.
I watched them as a kid.
Let me go on to the next question. This one's you're going to have to think about a little bit. And you're going to have to tell me why you picked the person. Okay? So this gives a little insight of who you are. Again, a builder for your biography. So who's the first person you would want with you at the zombie apocalypse?
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell.
Why? Tell me why.
Because
have you seen the Evil Dead movies?
Yeah.
Enough said.
Not everybody might know who he is. No, it has. Well,
or Ash from Evil Dead.
I'll let you guys decide, real or fictional. You tell me which one, because I said the first person that comes to mind. So yeah, you guys decide.
Terminator.
I love this. Thank you, Mel.
Yeah, let's do Barry
Oh, that.
You need your shoes, your jacket, and your birth certificate.
Anything you want to digitize, take with you.
Yeah, you don't want Deadpool with you.
Oh, there's a whole story to that, yes.
I'd take Sandy since it was her idea in the first place.
Mad Max.
Oh, I do run slower than you probably, so that might work. Thank you for putting this out here too. Fictional.
Oh.
So she can rain down like
Wow.
And then Lucas is like, I got a farm. I'm safe.
These are zombies we're talking about.
What is the zombie apocalypse? Who wants to answer this?
It's what it says on the tent. Zombies rise from the grave and start apocalypsing. What do you think?
I'm thinking
It's
like
a very
Dawn of the
bad
Dead
day.
movies. No. Oh, this
Play
is nice.
Plants vs. Zombies. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, we're all gonna die anyway, so I don't think I know how to do this with me.
No, right.
Have
Well,
you watched-
yeah, only the slow
Why some
people,
people
right?
get cremated.
Oh, David's fun at parties.
I think I said Damien, but I'd be his meat shield.
See, I like this too. Wolverine.
That's
Yes.
a good one.
That's
Have
a
you
good one.
watched The Last of Us? Have you watched it? Well,
I have not.
of course, I would like to have Pedro Pascal with me.
That
He's
works.
such a beautiful man.
Yes, and I would die happily.
I would die happily too in his arms.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what?
Jesse Ventura. That one works too. So that works. Okay. So moving on to the you guys are funny. Moving on to the last two questions that we have for the builders. And remember, type in the word relatives that we see at the bottom, just the word, not the dots. Just type it in, and we will give away a prize at the end of the show. Okay. This is a little lighter, but this is a fictional character. Let me start. This is a fictional character, and again, I'd like to know why, because this tells me a little bit about you or your bio. So, what fictional character would you like to grab a drink with and ask them 20 questions?
Ooh.
All right, Spidey.
Spidey?
Oh yeah. 20 questions. Do you really have? I was asking. You really have to feel so bad about dying?
All
Oh,
at the same time.
a few other questions too.
Harry Potter, that's a good one.
Can't choose.
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
I already know everything about him. How would I ask questions about things I don't know?
You taught Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Sherlock.
Dumbledore.
Come on,
Yes.
give it a break. Give me a break.
Definitely.
You were taught to Gandalf either
You
too.
don't want to ask too many questions or you spoil the book.
MacGyver, that's a good one too.
Yeah, I was thinking along Chris's lines, but I'm going further back.
Tasha?
My fictional hero was always Merlin the magician.
Yeah. Anyone, you want to talk to yourself? Anyone, come on.
Let me tell the question again. So the fictional character.
I got it.
The fictional character, and what fictional character would you like to grab a drink with and ask 20 questions?
So my thing can't drink liquid because it's a droid. I could ask 3PO 20 questions and learn just about anything that he's recorded as long as it wasn't memory wiped. No, actually, I would need to have R2 along because R2 is the one that didn't get wiped and he would know everything. 3PO can translate for him. So can I have two droids instead of a human?
Yeah. Well,
Are they locking arms? You know, it's fictional, so why not?
We're at Costello.
You got to have Bond, James Bond.
James Bond. That's a good
Oh,
one.
that's a good one.
Why has it
Does that mean all iterations of Bond?
okay, sure, yeah.
Which Bond would it be, or would it be all the Bonds blended together?
And you know, this was Batman week too, so maybe we should have picked
do it
that
on
one.
the book series.
Oh no.
Not movies.
All the Batmans.
I would choose Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's a good one.
He wouldn't want us to, but he would want to drink.
There you go. So CP30 has to translate for R2D2.
Yeah,
so,
that's exactly what I said. Because
Ooh.
unless I actually understand
Yoda.
droid speak,
Yoda. Yeah.
Yoda. That's a good
15th
one.
generation droid speak.
Right. Oh, we gotta go with Star Trek. I know what
Hey.
Data.
That's a good one too. So what do you guys think? Kathy, what did you think? Oh no, tequila shots with Yoda? That might be too much. To do or do not, right?
Steven.
No, he
This
actually
guy
might
is
start
still
talking
thinking.
normal if you get him drunk.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there it is. But now he'll talk normally.
All right, Steve, you're killing me here. You're killing me.
Okay, Kathy. I haven't heard an answer from you yet, Kathy.
Kathy's still thinking.
And the sea goes, poke your knees, not fun.
There you go. He's 900. He can do it.
At 900 years old, you reach, look at you
Oh. Oh my god.
I said this
What?
was the tamest of the
What?
three nights, right?
We got a foot you eat, Chris. Yeah, I'll bring you in.
Okay, let's move on then. One last question, and then we'll do the giveaway. So type in relatives, and then we'll do the final stats. So one last question, and believe it or not, I said I had one question that was really keyed into Chris.
My internet's not cooperating.
Oh,
Yeah, we
We can
noticed that.
see.
So I said that there was one tied into Chris, and that was kind of the fictional character. And then I also said there's one tied into Steven, which you would have thought would have been the last one, but it's not. It's this one. So for everybody, I want everybody to pretend like you can sing professionally, millions of dollars here, lots of money. And the question is the first person, real life singer, could be dead though, but a person, not a fictional, real first person that you want to challenge to karaoke. A WikiTree karaoke challenge with any person in the world, living or dead, but they have to be there. You cannot answer that.
How about,
Can I say
how
word?
about Mariah?
Can I say
How about,
word?
all right. I have an idea. All right, I have an idea. Mariah Carey in the
screen
winner
here.
all right, here's the plan. Mariah Carey, but here's the thing. If I win, that song, All I Want for Christmas Is You, is to be retired forever.
No, you know what? I'm going with Yoko Ono
Oh, okay.
because I'm going to win.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, you're trying to win.
That's so hard.
It's not fun. No. Who's the guy?
Okay,
God.
Vicky, who would you sing with, Vicky?
With Celine Dion, maybe? Just for the pleasure of listening.
I agree. David, you already picked Darren.
Karen?
Epic rap battle.
You know how you have like a person's name and like the top of your
Captain Freddie
tongue?
Mercury. I love Crane.
Come on,
Who'd you
Steve.
say?
Freddie Mercury.
Oh,
Freddie Mercury for Queen is the guy I was trying to think of. Freddie Mercury was trying to think of. That was the guy.
Problems? Oh.
There you go.
Well, that's
Yeah,
such a
sorry. I
letdown
just could
now.
not get Freddie Mercury out of my head. Sorry.
That's such a letdown.
Yeah, well,
He's already singing
Darren
with
just
Dan,
took
sorry.
my thunder, didn't he? Because he's a Terminator.
wearing Crane, the Queen poster.
I
was listening to us earlier.
See, something tells me anybody could sing with Dolly Parton and come out sounding good.
I've talked to Weird Al.
I think she can make anybody sound like they know what they're doing.
I didn't sing with Weird Al, but I've certainly talked to him.
You guys are coming up with some really
Look at Simon Cowell.
There you go.
I like Michael McDonald too.
Yeah. You guys
I
are
think I
coming
just
up
heard
with
that on my
some
Facebook.
Oh, this one's tough, Dad. Ella Fitzgerald. That one's good. And I agree. Under Bocello, that one's tough too.
No one's going to challenge Michael Jackson or Prince.
I mean, I kind of like, go for some, if I can sing, right? I'm a great singer. Not really, but if I was, I'm going all in. I'm going for the people who have the highest registers. So I'm going for Axl Rose or Mariah Carey.
Great choice.
I like this. And now you're like, no, wait, maybe, yes, maybe this, maybe that. Maybe we'll do this one.
I haven't heard Whitney Houston out there.
Whitney's been there. Well, a couple of people.
Okay.
And the Baby Shark. So you mentioned
Anybody
Baby
recognize
Shark.
this guy by chance?
Chaperone. I barely
Who plays with an accordion?
I like that.
Weird Al.
Neil Diamond. You can only sing with Neil Diamond if you are in a jumpsuit that has a sequence, and you can do that movement he does. You know what I mean? How he like moves his arms, and just like Elvis. Somebody said Elvis, so same thing for Elvis. That's the way. I think that's the way it goes. Oh, Elton John.
I'm so exhausted.
Why?
What were you showing, Stephen?
I was trying to think about the person's name, and it took all my energy away. It's also like 11:30 here, so yeah, I am kind of loopy with March Madness. Yay. Cannot believe it. Wow.
You guys are picking some good ones. Okay, so that is kind of the tame Midnight Madness as we go through the thon and we have less, sleep. We get a little bit more clear as we go along. So, I think Stephen had Weird Al on this, right? Now,
so, Sandy.
Well, I I have a different relationship with that man. But the one that I wanted to sing karaoke with was Freddie Mercury, rest in peace, because obviously Freddie Mercury. And I was even listening to Bicycle Race this morning on our local radio station. So it was like fresh in my mind. But why I couldn't think of his name, I just, it was one of those weird things, right? When you get a lot of information crammed into your skull, and then you just can't even remember what your mom's name is. If that makes any sense at all?
Oh, it makes a lot of sense to me. Trust me.
I've also been up since 6 o'clock this morning, too. So.
Now, I should let everybody know that Stephen does actually do karaoke out of all of us. He does do it quite often.
And he actually does know his mother's name.
I like this. There's your mother's name. His mom.
So, yes. Sandy, can I interject something?
And look it up on WikiTree.
On the theme
Margie. Yes, thank you.
On the theme of writing bios, I did an interesting little experiment today, and it's something I'll pass on. If you use ChatGPT or any other site similar, and you use it regularly, ask it, what can you tell me about myself based on our prior conversations? And it'll give you a full analysis of your personality.
Based on really disturbing, and you need help.
No.
It's really interesting.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
Don't feed the machine. Don't give it any data at all. Just don't.
Okay, just so you know, we will not be sharing the results on Midnight Madness. We won't do that. Okay, let me get the screen up so we can see who the winner is for the giveaway. There we go.
It will think I am a hacker.
For the giveaway. Okay, one last time to type in relatives.
Drum roll, get ready. And now.
They're still writing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's close. It's close.
Lance, what are you doing? Wherever you are.
That. I even have the number. That's so nice of you. The WikiTree number. Congratulations. The good news is you don't have to do anything but sit back and wait for anyone to contact you with the price. Not instantly, not today, not the next 5 minutes, and probably not Monday. Give us all time to get through the thon and all the stats and sleep as well. But she will contact you very, very soon to let you know how to claim your prize. And what's the prize? Usually it's a mug, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
That's usually what it is. So congrats, and thank you so much for playing. Guys, thank you guys for hanging out with Midnight Madness. We will see you tomorrow. Might be a little bit of a movie theme and how we can twist it into biographies for you and others. I am going to see you in 3.5 hours. I'm filling in for Lesh for this one coming up. So I will see you guys. If you guys are awake, come on back. Otherwise, we will see you in Midnight Madness crew tomorrow night.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for having fun. You guys actually make it fun for us. So thanks.
Yep.